Abdul Kurbazun Tafilitet, Wadanabek, Mahu, Hadis, Aisha, Inakalu, Anuki Fiena Aisha Shukalu, Wakul Aishukaluni, Naata Kuna Fikalu, Anuki Feragun Shukalu, Wakalukalu Feragun Shuni, Anuki Wahid Kakalu, Wakalukalu Wahid Mani, Nuk Aikilu, Enjiu, Kama Feragun Shukalu, Wakukama Feidu, Nuk Aikilu, Ahuenu, Kudi, Nuka Fizi Fikalu, Kama Tawukamaka Fazi Kaluni, Amidu Fikalu, Anuki Kaba Hawa Hood, Kalu Kalun Anuki, Kalu Yaku, Nuk Aikilu, Kalu Bamu, Nuk Amidu. Begin all prayers, thinkings, and deeds with who? Divine love in all. I am in the love of all, and all love is me. We are all in all. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I could succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is I am. All can I can. All does I do. Who am I?
Wamana, Tawon Fame, Tawa have for another shadow house of Boo. You know, y'all showing up. Today we're gonna go into meditation. All right, and we're gonna start with meditation. Hopefully, y'all apply it in your weeks. You know what I mean? At least if you don't do it daily, do it at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week for starters, until you get the pattern, until you get the habit of doing it. Take time out for yourself. All right, Hua. So it's Nuwaubian, it's that lat, Nuwaubian meditation.
Greetings, Nuwaubians. The reason I say greetings, Nuwaubians, and not Cosmosians, is because the art of meditation can be beneficial to all Nubians or Nuwaubians, not just those Nuwaubians or Nubians that are members of our sacred fraternity, the ancient and mystic order of Melchizedek. Thus, for all of my beloved students, devotees, fellow Cosmosians, I will now take the time to explain in detail the nature and function of meditation, the specific steps towards it, the easy way to learn methods of practicing it, and the great benefit that comes out of regular practice of meditation. However, there are things about the art of meditation in this book that are only for the Cosmosan, because the art of meditation is a sacred art form, the members of the ancient and mystic order of Melchizedek. As a Cosmosan, you will know. As I always say, those who tell don't know, and those who know don't tell. In the last 15 years, I have initiated thousands of people all over the world and from all walks of life to the practice of meditation. I cannot emphasize enough the immense value and benefit to all practitioners of meditation. This step-by-step direction for meditation can be followed by the beginners as well as by the experienced and advanced meditators. I have drawn upon my own experiences from ancient methods and modern psychological ways and means. In order to be successful in meditation, you need 3 things. First, you need determination and resolution to follow directions faithfully. Second, you must practice meditation regularly, at least for 3 months. Third, you must learn to lead a life of moderation and follow in your daily life moral and ethical principles of life. Good meditation to you, Nubian, Nuwaubian. Now you may ask, Master, what is meditation? Good question, Nubian, Nuwaubian. Meditation may denote contemplation on a prayerful communion with who? The source of the universe. The Sumerians and Egyptians practiced meditation. The word meditation in Nuwaubic is istalat, often referred to in Nuwaubic as talut, meaning meditating. As a cosmosan, you will learn to talut, meditate. In the Western world has many different meanings. It may mean deep and sustained thinking or attention upon an idea or a problem. It may signify a state of uninterrupted silence and solitude, or a state of profound tranquility. To some Westerners, meditation is a very mysterious and mystical thing, which has been brought from the exotic Orient to the West by a few Westerners or Orientals. Some people think of it as an absolute useless pastime. Moreover, the current phrase transcendental meditation seems to be simultaneously confusing, vaguely interesting, and tantalizingly simple. When you try to explore in depth the meaning of the word meditation, you realize that it covers a wide area of activities of inner life. It is indeed a sustained thinking and attention, silence and solitude, peace and tranquility, contemplation and prayerful communion. Yet it is much more than these states and functions of the mind. It is a lucid state of deep awareness in which profound peace and wisdom abide simultaneously. It is a process through which the mind becomes unwinded and then transcends itself and enters into higher consciousness. Meditation establishes a living link of mortals with its vast inner realities, which is hidden and formatted in normal conditions of the mind. A truly successful meditation brings about an integration of normal consciousness with its higher counterpart. Let us try to understand the nature of meditation from another viewpoint. Most of the time, mortals are thinking various thoughts. The mortals seeking immortality, mind jumps from subject to subject, idea to idea, object to object, in an irregular fashion. In meditation, there is first a calming of the mind, then concentration upon a few thoughts in a systematic manner, then upon a single thought. Finally, the thinking is transcended altogether in a transcendental consciousness. Most of the time, mortals are physically active. Your eyes move, your hands are restless, your body is in ceaseless motion. In meditation, all of these strivings come to a momentary halt, and the energies, both physical and mental, flow inward. Instead of becoming, there is a being. Instead of sound, there is silence. Instead of struggle, there is harmony. Instead of going out, there is going in. Thus, in meditation, the mind gradually becomes calm and serene, like the still surface of a lake. Pure darkness, bliss. In the silent transparency of the mind, the pure consciousness is vividly reflected, and the mind returns for the time being to its inner sanctuary, the soul. In the state of profound unity, the intelligence, the feeling, the willingness is infused into an unbroken stream of consciousness. Therefore, in meditation, there is no agitation of any kind, no ripples, the perfect stillness of inner being. There is only a lucid awareness, and the mind reflects like a mirror, and reflecting the wisdom of the soul. In meditation, the ego is overcome, and the soul manifests its hidden goodness, truth, and beauty.
Pause. Anybody? What y'all think so far?
Cool. It is. I wish if y'all could repeat the 3 things that we need for meditation. It was a clear mind, and it was the dedication, and I can't remember what else it was. Does anybody remember what was said?
What part are you talking about?
It was kind of like at the beginning when it was like, look. Okay, it was like, what is meditation? And it was like the 3 things you need in meditation, and she named it.
You're at that page. So it's on page 1. In order to be successful in meditation, you need 3 things. First, you need determination. Determination. You got to be determined to do it. You got to fight off any excuses and any type of delay. And resolution. Make it final. Make it a commitment. And to follow direction faithfully. Second, you must practice meditation regularly, at least for 3 months. So this becomes your medicine, like your water, like your nourishment, like your food that you do every day. Okay. Number 3, you must learn to lead a life of moderation. That's understandable. Lead a life of moderation and follow in your daily life morals and ethical principles of life. The least drama you have, the least things you constantly allow yourself to be worried about, the better when it comes time for you to meditate, for you to actually easily flow into meditation. The more detrimental things that you do to yourself, or toxic situations, toxic conversations, toxic music and thoughts, toxic people, these are the things that is going to plague your mind while you're trying to sustain a tranquil thought. You know what I mean? When you're trying to go into meditation. So your life should be designed, you should basically orchestrate your daily life, and activities with the remembering that you would try to eliminate, or take away most of the things that would be toxic to you or would affect you. Getting mad for no reason, letting the simplest thing getting you upset. These are the things that we're talking about, where you don't have to act off of impulse. But what you can do is always take time to be silent and still and, analyze the situation and understand and remember that this could be toxic and it's going to affect my meditation. Also, dealing with diet, certain chemicals, artificial chemicals, artificial flavoring, food dye, sugar, salt, all types of stuff, meat, certain type of, grease. This can have a strain unbeknownst to you, although it tastes good, feel good to you at the moment, consuming it, your body is going through using a whole lot of energy just to either metabolize it and digest it, trying to figure it out. This also can appear as a mayday or a stress within your body. And when your body has stress, it tends to secrete several levels of hormones to jolt up your system, such as hormones that are dealing with steroid hormones, etc. You know what I mean? And these things can also make you feel agitated when you want to sit still. When you want to be at peace and sit still, you can't feel comfortable. And it also plague your mind and then your emotions. Then you start questioning yourself. Am I doing this right? Getting, restless. So this is why it's important for you to control your routine and your daily activities and minimize, right? Like all of the all of these things that can actually affect you. Do you understand that?
Well, it makes sense.
So this is where it goes to it when explaining that, you know, lead a life of moderation and follow in your daily life morals and ethical principles of life. You understand? So those are the three. So when you go to your potential scroll, verse 7 to 15, this is, if y'all had the scroll, we've done classes within that scroll, and these are some of the principles, right? Never think of yourself as so low that you are lost forever. Number 8, nor so high that you have no greater goals to gain. People think that they're perfect. If you're perfect, you're complete, like a perfect leaf. You might as well fall off the tree. Make room for the next. Number 9, right? Go to either extreme and you become a companion of disaster. You go to either of these extremes. If you think you're too low of yourself or too high and mighty, you become a companion of disaster. Disaster brings out a lot of stuff, you know, towards your way. It attracts a lot of negativity towards it. Both of these extremes are caused by the ego, which assert the I-ness, right? So even if people think low of themselves, they so self-centered that they're beating themselves up, that is a form of ego. A lot of people don't see that, but that is. And they always want to drain most of them, not all of them, but most of them want to drain somebody else's day or energy. Always talking bad, always nobody cares, nobody understands me, yada, yada, yada. I'm the dark, mysterious stranger. Anyway, 11, the ego is also the main obstacle in experiencing reality. Point blank. Now you in your trick, my trick, matrix, right? It is an attribute mostly carried out by the malevolent being and one of the hardest attributes to eliminate. Let me read that again. It is an attribute mostly carried out by the malevolent being and is one of the hardest attributes to eliminate. 13. It is attended to by pride, anger, delusion, greed, jealousy, lust, hatred, racism, and leadership. You got that? That's why your ego tell you, I'm this elder, I'm elder number 20, I'm this, I'm Tahuti, I'm that. And tell everybody else, it's that. And you are not. So let's go. The very nature of the ego eludes the mind, while the individual is trying to overcome it. Through the ancient and mystic order of Melchizedek, you will learn to burn out the ego through proper practice, through these type of things, meditation, proper channeling, mind expanding, right? You will learn to burn out a lot of this. Through the 3 steps that we just went over, you will learn. You will be deep, practice this in your life, and you'll start depleting or killing the ego, because it has got a lot of people blind and deluded. To use the fire as you wish when one holds the torch of fire, she may warm her family or burn the house. It's on her. And your energy will be able to be utilized constructively for personal growth if you control the flame of life. So it's a double-edged sword, right? You got the power, and the mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Simply put, your emotion can be healing or destructive to you. your actions can be productive or destructive as well. So be real, walk in truth. 4.
The meditator at this high point of involvement with all here abides in the eternal soul, pure darkness, supreme balancement. Before we said, let there be light. You ask, how old is meditation? Meditation is as old as existence. Therefore, it is as universal as the nature of mortals. It has been practiced throughout the world by humans and deities from all walks of life and existence. Modern as well as primitive cultures over the world have participated in some form of meditation for thousands of years. The art is as ancient as the primitive societies and as modern as the atomic age. Therefore, you must clearly understand once and for all times that it is an inseparable component of human personality that links one to the all. The ability to meditate is definitely present in all of us. It is not a monopoly of the exotic. Human personality and the ability to meditate is definitely present in you all. It is an inner quality of every human being. You all possess the capacity to be quiet, to be absolved, to be in tune with your inner being. After a hectic period of activity, you want to be relaxed and still. During moments of crisis and deep problems, you want to be alone and think things over without interruptions. So, you just darken or cut off the light, sit back and relax in peaceful meditation. I'm teaching you how to do just that. After an intense group activity, you seek personal solitude. After experiencing the sound and noise of the day, which was the point of chaos when the day came into existence, when we said, let there be light, before that, there was supreme balancement darkness. You inevitably long for silence, darkness, supreme balancement. After a period of physical action, you'll like to be physically quiet. Similarly, the power of concentration, which is the fundamental step towards meditation, is very natural to mortals. In fact, in the course of a single day, you are called upon to concentrate on many things. Every form or function, physically or mentally, demands some form of concentration. Driving, writing, talking, reading a book, planning, cooking, praying, all artistic and technical endeavors. Sometimes a beautiful, serene environment, a dark, quiet place, tranquil music, 100 different sights and sounds of nature and life around us can easily hold our undivided attention over a long period of time. In those moments of absorption, you lose yourselves in rapt wonderment and joy. Patience Nubian. To sum it up, meditation is natural to mortals seeking immortality all over the world. I'm here to teach you the art of meditation. It is not a mysterious thing which has been imported to the Western world from the exotic Orient. It has been practiced in many forms by millions of people, ancient and modern, right here in America by the true Native Americans. Just as sound, physical, and mental activities, group participation, and similar affairs are natural to mortals, so also is silence, solitude, and interpersonal experience are inevitable necessities of human life. Finally, all beings, including children, are naturally capable of attention, concentration, and absorption, which are essential steps toward successful meditation. Children can be seen giving undivided attention upon many things that catch their fancy. The many huge butterflies, a bird, a colorful flower, a magician doing an old trick, and a fine storyteller. The right attitude toward meditation. Sometimes intense effort for having true meditation is ineffective because of the absence of the right attitudes. Therefore, the successful meditation depends a great deal upon the correct resolution and the right approach. From the very beginning, it is essential to discipline the mind with the right attitude, and the right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding, which leads one to sound right reasoning, before actual steps towards meditation can be taken. If one has from the very beginning the correct frame of mind, one can move swiftly and confidently in this manner, and the process is rapid and certain. Firstly, one can never just capture meditation by force. You do not get meditation, you can only receive it. Just as it is impossible to enter into deep sleep by force, one can generally slide into meditation just as one goes into sleep. Therefore, the meditator who wants to meditate well has to suspend their normal drives, the restless urge of your ego, the power of will. In meditation, these normal urges, passions, and desires have to be set aside. This is a difficult task because most of the time you move forward to obtain things through your ego-driven forces. Yet, through effort and understanding, you can reorient yourself toward meditation, which calls for the gradual silence of the mind, the surrendering of ourselves to higher consciousness. Therefore, the first correct attitude is one of patience and submission, of surrendering and opening of the inner spirit of meditation. Second, there should be no desire for obtaining things from meditation. If one expects quick and miraculous powers, if one is eager to develop ESP abilities through meditation, if one is restless for immediate results, if one is geared to great expectations in a hurry, then every attempt at true meditation shall be a failure. For intense expectations create impatience, greed, and tension, which are the lifelong enemies of meditation. Given these instructions, when there is no looking beyond the joy of meditation, when there is no projection of desire, there is a tremendous lifting of the spirit and the experience of great peace and power during the times of meditation. So, let meditation be sufficient unto itself. Let there be no ulterior motives in meditation. This is the second important thing in having the right frame of mind. Third, meditation is not possible under a spirit of compulsion. If you go to meditation under stress, then you cannot obtain fulfillment. For meditation is not a matter of should it is not a matter of must. Again, going to the other extreme, if you practice meditation, it will not come to you, meaning it is successful when there is joyful participation in it. And when there is spontaneous cooperation with it, the head and the heart must be combined to produce a harmonious state of mind. Therefore, in meditation, you avoid the extreme of obsessive compulsion and dull mechanical routine. Fourth, meditation is the opening of the spiritual door of life. It is a dual process of opening and reception. I receive meditation with an open and grateful heart. I gladly respond to its call, and my inner spirit blooms like a hidden flower. Thus, response and reception, acceptance and gratitude characterize my attitude towards meditation. Above all, you need a sustaining faith to help you in the time of success and mandatory failure. You need a firm resolution to go on. The beginners start to meditate, and the first beneficial results are almost instantaneous. They feel fine. There is a surge of inner power. Then there is inevitably a period of tranquility, and progress is not so rapid. At this time, some tend to give up, and the task seems to be rather difficult and odless. Precisely at this moment, one needs that hope to carry on. If one can only hang on at this crucial period, the failure is dramatically transformed into success. Afterwards, the progress is rapid.
Cool. All right. Any questions? You can come in, brother.
Cool. Okay. So the third thing, right? I actually just read it over, but I never knew that, to be honest, man. I never knew that. I was taught that when you meditate, when you like going through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh Lord, my bills need to be paid. Let me go meditate. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of interesting to hear this. And then I used to always wonder why. Like I like my, how can I say it? I would always wonder why while I was meditating, I always felt like there was so much. Like I would never ever get that connection or get into that I don't know if you call it beta stage. You know what I'm talking about? When you get into that deep like thought, whatever. I'm not even thought, but that realization. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of interesting that I just heard this right now, because every time, like, technically, that's one of the reasons why I feel as if like I don't meditate enough, is because I'm not mad enough. But now I hear it's like, oh, you don't have to be mad to meditate. You know what I'm saying? And on a relaxed mind is when you actually, you know, feel what you need to get from it. So who on that? I really didn't know that. That's how I had.
Sure. One of the base practice to get you into that state where you can use your willpower correctly is, you know, and to control like desires is those little steps that we give people with fasting. You know, you'll start getting that exercise where you be around food and you want to eat it, but you have the control to say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to see all of this way through. These are the little steps to help you along the way. So when you get into meditation, you'll be using that same skill, so to speak, that same, you know, muscle that you've been working on. Disciplined lifestyle is key to this. 4.
The primary steps toward meditation. With the right frame of mind and correct approach, with resolution and faith, the meditator moves closer to the heart of meditation. Here are the essential primary steps. Find a quiet, clean, peaceful spot for meditation. The outdoors is all right if the environment is harmonious. A spot in open nature may be used for meditation, which is sheltered from public view and strong winds. But I suggest you prepare your personal shrine, for it eliminates an oppressive atmosphere, noise, lights, and other forms of distractions. In order to create a wholesome atmosphere for meditation, you can place the pictures of the masters on your walls, scent the room with cosmos or the all incense, and play your meditation tapes. If you are sitting on the floor, use your meditation mat, your taful rug, ashutat rug, or prayer rug. When you sit, make sure you hold your spine erect, not rigid, but straight and relaxed. It is advisable that you meditate at least twice a day. Every day, not letting it affect your responsibilities, because this will inevitably bring about an inharmonious environment. Once at what may refer to as dawn, and again after the planet moves to the point where the sun is seen, if you can, sit in this position comfortably for 10, 15, or 25 minutes. Please do so. However, contrary to the popular belief, it is important to remember that it is not necessary to sit in any one position. The Nubian or the Nuwaubian way simply states that any posture is suitable for meditation if you are at ease and comfortable in that particular position over a period of time. So, if you cannot sit in a specific position, do not force yourself to do so, for any uncomfortable position would only create discomfort and hamper your concentration and meditation. Once the position is taken, it should not be changed in that duration. If it is at all possible and necessary, you may sit on a straight back chair, hold your feet firmly on the ground, and place your hands upon your knees and keep the back straight at all times. If you can sit in a meditation position, but your back still hurts, use the wall for some support for your back. You may put a cushion between your back and the wall. There are some people who lie on their backs and meditate. This position is, of course, rarely assumed for meditation. Yet, if it is the only position which is suitable for some people, I recommend it without hesitation. It is especially comfortable for people who are either weak or ill in bed. Thus, without hurry or rush, you will find your own individual posture for meditation. Then, gently, firmly, and deliberately sitting down for meditation. Ask that you be enfolded in the spiritual power of life's higher dimensions. As you breathe, swing your head back and forth to your chest, exhaling upon saying the Hayuch, which means life, and inhaling upon saying Hu, meaning He who is. Do this 7 times. Make sure you study the second step of the cosmos before you continue. I suggest that your eyes be half closed, for if they are shut, you might see too many mental pictures or feel sleepy. If they were fully open, too many external things may distract your mind. The posture should be firm, but not stiff. The secret is to be comfortable and alert and forget the body altogether. This is why it is important to remember that the body should not be forced into any uncomfortable position. Meditation is difficult. You do not need pain and additional discomfort of the body to complicate it even further. The regularity of hours are very important in meditation, as it brings familiarity with it. Human beings are creatures of habits. They get accustomed to doing certain things at certain hours. So if you have a fixed time for meditation, try to keep the schedule. However, if you cannot maintain fixed periods of time, your times for meditations can be made flexible. Since the mind is fresh, quiet, and relaxed at what earthlings call dawn or sunrise, it would be advisable to develop your meditation during this time and again after what earthlings call sunset. Next, in importance is the duration of meditation. This is very important. Many in the first flush of their enthusiasm plunge into long periods of meditation. Eventually, the enthusiasm runs out and the long duration becomes painful and very unproductive. Therefore, I suggest at the beginning, sit down quietly. Sit down quietly for meditation for 5 minutes daily for some days. Then you can extend the time to 15 minutes. Later, as you become efficient in the art, the period can be extended to 25 minutes. Finally, if time permits, and if meditation is really profound, you can meditate twice daily at dawn and after sunset, each period having 25 minutes. The long duration is not important. What is necessary is sincerity, dedication, and eagerness of the meditator. Wise moderation in all habits is a big help in success and meditation. Overwork, overeating, overchange are harmful. Moreover, the life of meditation is to be sustained and supported by the life of wholesome and noble virtues. Thus, the meditator is called upon to practice the fundamental principles of spiritual value: love and compassion, service and truth-seeking. You cannot wantonly break all mortal principles and be successful in meditation at the same time. Patience, Nuwaubian. The methods of concentration leading to meditation. During the time of meditation, the stomach should be half empty. One cannot meditate on the run. You cannot snatch a few moments of silence between the rush and the roar of activities. The mind has to be relaxed and free from tension before and after meditating. Before entering into silence, create an appropriate atmosphere. The place is clean, quiet, and dimly lit. There are pictures of masters around you. Incense are burning. Your mind is relaxed and ready for meditation. By now, you have found a suitable posture, your spine straight. You are ready for meditation. So now it is time to settle down in that particular posture. Try to relax your body, taking a few deep breaths, and sway the body gently from side to side, forward and backward for a few moments, and then make the body absolutely still. From the silent, still, and firmly held body, look at the mind. It is now drifting lowly. Concentrate on the lotus and the crown symbol and what it means. If you are a member of the ancient and mystic order of Melchizedek, then you have been given this sacred information, which we hold secret. If you are not, then just concentrate on the symbol. In this condition, when the body is held in absolute silence and stillness, two things may happen in the mind. The mind may suddenly appear to be restless. It may appear to be restless in sharp contrast to the stillness of the body. The fast movements of the mind may gradually slow down. Thus, at the first stage of meditation, you may witness apparent acceleration of the mind, and then gradually slowing down a bit as the body is held perfectly still. Therefore, the meditator should not be disturbed at this phenomenon, but accept it as a natural thing. As you sit there in silence and as your mind gradually slows down, you experience a feeling of peace. Become familiar with this peace and try to become one with it. All the while, continue your regular breathing, which is very important in meditation. The ways of breathing reveals the mental states of persons. It is normal and rhythmic. Meditation is greatly helped by a regular deep breathing. There is no mystery to it. Simple deep breathing will help a person to quiet down for meditation. Yet, do not be over-concerned with it. Settle down and then breathe evenly for a few moments and forget about the whole thing. As one moves toward deeper concentration, the breathing may be slow. This is maturely. You should breathe deeply, exhaling and inhaling on the words Hayuh, meaning life, and Hu, the creative force of will. Then comes the most important thing in meditation, the training of the mind and its preparation for meditation through concentration. Always remember that concentration is not meditation, yet it is the only door to true success. Why is it so? Why is concentration the sacred key to meditation? Let us find out. The average mind is undisciplined. Its energies are scattered all over the many things and ideas. It is impossible for an average untrained mind to hold attention to one thing for more than a few seconds. The mind drifts from subject to subject endlessly. It is weak and easily disturbed by external and internal forces and situations. There isn't any focal point, and it is not under the control of the average mortal. Here is a fantastic, effective, and superb instrument waiting to go into intense action for the gathering of knowledge, for expansion of conscious and a profound, concentrated effort. Yet because it is untrained, it remains diffused, ineffectual, and unproductive throughout most of your lives. Therefore, the methods of meditation, first of all, involve simply the training of the mind in the art of concentration. The goal of the beginner is limited and very simple. Deliberate concentration of the mind on specific things in a disciplined manner. The average mind may think at random 19 different things in the course of 19 minutes. The beginner is to focus the attention on not 19 or 7 subjects, but upon 3 subjects, giving each subject 7 minutes of undivided attention. This then is the goal of the beginner. He or she gently but persistently brings the mind back to darkness, who, all as step 1 is, who. Exercises and concentration. The beginner may practice some of them or all of them regularly. These exercises will eventually calm the mind, increase the power of concentration, and make the mind generally ready for meditation. So practice diligently for a few minutes a day. Put your heart and soul into the endeavor. You'll be astonished at the results. Exercise number 1. Keeping your mind from wandering. Sit in a meditation posture with your back straight and concentrate on divine love for 7 minutes. This simply means that you will concentrate on various aspects of divine love. What is divine love? Are there many kinds of divine love? What is the nature of true divine love? What are the expressions of true divine love? In other words, think in a sustained manner on all the aspects of divine love. If the mind wanders, bring it back to divine love. Then think on truth and goodness, giving each subject 7 minutes. End of page 16. Exercise number 2, the art of detail. Sit in a meditation posture with your back straight and place in front of you a slightly elevated spot, an orange, or an apple, or a tomato, and think about its color, size, shape, taste, and other qualities and things associated with it. Be absorbed in the thinking for 19 minutes. Be serious about it and wipe out all other thoughts. Exercise number 3, increasing attention. Sit in a meditation posture with your back straight and place a lit candle on an elevated spot in front of you, at a distance of 5 feet. It represents existence in the pure darkness, a point. Look at it intensely for a few minutes. It's you as a being. You may, of course, slowly blink, then close the eyes. If you are quiet in body and mind, the after image of the lit candle will remain in your vision even though your eyes are closed. Concentrate upon the after image. If your concentration is good, the after image will remain for some time. When it is dissolved, open the eyes and repeat the practice 2 more times. With repeated practice, you will be able to hold the after image over a longer period of time. This exercise will increase your attention span greatly. Exercise number 4. Sit in a meditation posture with your back straight and begin counting the breath as it comes in and goes out. You inhale and count 1. Then exhale and count 2. Continue to count up to 10 as you continue to inhale and exhale. Forget everything else. Simply concentrate on counting as your entire life depended on it. If during the counting other thoughts intervene, return to 1 and start counting all over again. Do this exercise for 10 minutes. Very soon you will get enough concentration and you'll be able to continue meditation very well later on. Your sustained and undivided attention to one specific thing at a time is desired. This is an ancient method which has been widely practiced by the men of supreme knowledge. Exercise 5. A higher consciousness. Sit in a meditation posture with your back straight and repeat silently the name of who or some uplifting phrase or sentence like darkness, supreme balancement, Pashukis, Azum, Mazumment, or any other spiritual words prescribed by the universal order of love. The steady repetition of such important words produces an inspiration and calms down the mind and finally makes the mind one-pointed. Very soon, if the consciousness is raised from trivial states to higher states of consciousness, it makes the mind sensitive and purifies it for meditation. Do this exercise for 10 minutes. Exercise number 6. The art of meditation through exercise. Sit in a meditation posture with your back straight and gently give full attention to the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. Let the mind rise and fall with the chest. Do this exercise for a few minutes. Be absorbed in what you are doing and forget everything else. The same attention methods can be practiced during the normal activities of the day. The same attention methods can be practiced during the normal activities of the day. For example, when you are walking, give full attention to what you are doing at that moment. Driving, writing a letter, painting, cooking, and the like. When you are walking, give full attention to the movement of the feet, the lifting of the right foot, its forward movement, its contact with the ground. Continue this concentration with the movement of your left foot. Develop a rhythm of concentration and movement and let the mind ride with it. When you are sitting quietly, focus your attention on any one thing exclusively for a few moments and let other subjects disappear from your vision.
Four. Some of y'all in here that's been in the house of Hu for some time know that we gave you some exercise with the memory exercises. We call it the memory exercises or coloring exercises that assist you in focusing and concentrating and remembering things. Pretty soon we're gonna have a little pamphlet that y'all can get to help with it. But if you notice within the scroll, they have a lot of journal, meditation journal. So you write down your experiences. Remember I told y'all, to write down everything. Write down your thoughts, your dreams, and write down your experiences. Even sitting down it's a form of focusing and concentration, and also a form of, lesser meditation. Okay, so we continue.
For cosmosins only. From time to time, test your power of attention and concentration in these ways. Please keep a record of your progress. 1. Read slowly and carefully your Om affirmation. Refer to its alignment time. Then either repeat it or write it down, and then check for your mistakes. 2. Pick up at random any of the spiritual sayings from your lessons. Read them very carefully once or twice, and then write them down on a notebook. Check for mistakes. Number 3. When you visit your personal shrine, make it a point to observe all the objects contained there, or the objects you know are prescribed by the order. Visualize and memorize them. Later, when they have some time, try to write down the name of the objects and their significance. Check for mistakes later on. 4. Try to recall from time to time the lotus symbol and feel its emanating energy. Feel the warm rays reaching out to you. See what happens. For affirmation and to receive affirmative created stimulus, one may perform these practices. For Nubian-Nuwaubians and Cosmosins alike. 1. Sit in a meditation posture with your back straight and imagine vividly that you are entering into your body, mind, and soul, and illuminating them fully with peace, power, and tranquility. Feel yourself bathed and purified by this light. Feel that all shadows and darkness are disappearing from you, that you have become the essence. Remain in that state of essence for 7 minutes. Sit in a meditation posture with your back straight and feel deeply that you are a living spark of divinity, that you are surrounded by the essence and love of Who, that you are infinite in the depths of your soul, that your body, mind, and soul are in constant communion with Who, that the channel has been opened between you and Who, and the power and grace are pouring into your life through this channel. Finally, the following symbolic images may produce a peaceful and relaxed state of mind, which is conducive to successful meditation. Imagine that you are floating peacefully on a cloud. Imagine that you are facing the direction of what appears to be a rising sun at dawn. Imagine that you are in a sun-lit valley surrounded by peaceful scenes. Imagine that your mind is calm and steady, like the column of the flame of a candle light. Imagine that your mind is still and quiet, like the quiet surface of a serene lake. Imagine that your body and mind are still and quiet-like the solid trunk of an old tree. As you practice the various methods of concentration, the concentration gradually becomes effortless. This is the door to true meditation. Suddenly, conscious effort melts into a state of pure and effortless meditation, which comes upon the meditator silently and profoundly. Without being conscious of it, you have plunged into meditation at last. At sudden movements, the meditation passes from concentration into true and effortless meditation. In the exercises of concentration, you are aware of yourself as a separate entity, thus seeing your feeling of I persists. When meditation replaces concentration, the sense and feeling of a separate I vanishes. The conscious thinking is transcended, and only an indescribable state of illumination remains. Thus, the normal consciousness emerges into higher consciousness, and the mind returns to its original ground of being, the soul of upper consciousness. You may remain there over a period of times. Then, the meditator returns to the normal plane of consciousness naturally. The afterglow of the great experience remains for a long period of time. The benefits of meditation. As I stated earlier in this scroll, meditation has been practiced for centuries and many lands by millions of people from all walks of life and from all religious, races, and cultures. Therefore, it is universal and human phenomenon. It is rooted in the elements of human personality. It serves a very human and practical purpose for the health of the body, for the expansion of the mind, and for the illumination of the soul. Yet meditation does not demand blind faith in creeds and dogmas. For meditation, there is no need for elaborate expansion, place, or dress or instruments of ritual. All one needs is quiet, clean spot, sincere willingness to practice meditation, and simple virtues. Patience, Nubian-Nuwaubian. Meditation is a practical and operational thing. You do not talk about it. You do not waste your time in discussing metaphysical concepts. You do not batter your brains to solve the mystery of who, life, and soul. You simply practice the methods and get the first-hand experience and results. In meditation, the emphasis is shifted from the external affairs to inner being, for it is a call to the Nubian to return to his and herself. Therefore, meditation gives you a supreme faith in yourself and human worth and dignity. Thus, the first gifts of meditation are self-esteem, self-dependence, and self-courage. You are no longer running around for help. You are no longer helpless or a victim of mysterious fates. You are directly looking into your own soul to find the answers to life's problems, and by realizing your soul, you attain the wisdom about the nature of soul, who, and the world. Second, from the quietude of the body and the mind emerges a totally new and uplifted perception of the world and life. As long as a person is restless, insecure, and ruthless, mortals' visions of life are disoriented and superficial. When you view the universe from the depth of serene, uplifted, and intricate mind, the universe is seen in all its beauty, goodness, and truth. There is that perception of a new meaning, a new wisdom, and a new completeness. The illuminated mind mirrors and realizes everything as it really is. Third, there is a very vigorous surge of inner power and a new self-confidence. Meditating upon the depth of mortal being, the meditator discovers at the heart and center of mortal being, the heart and center of the whole reality of who. Suddenly, it begins to tap the unlimited resources of a mortal's soul, the immense powers of a mortal's higher consciousness. A mortal thus attains and utilizes the hidden qualities of a mortal striving for immortality, unique individuality. Fourth, the quietude which becomes habitual relaxes the body and mind. Let go is the consequence, and the submission to the vast potentiality within is the practical result. Thus, all aggressive ego drives, greed, envy, fear.
Cool. While we're waiting on that, anybody got anything they want to say? Any comments, questions, or concerns, or expression? Holla at me.
All right, I'll be quick. All right, so the part where I like, and it's not really a question, but I did like the statement where it was like meditation doesn't have to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? And like you know what I'm saying? Because like I notice a lot of the people I deal with who are in meditation, it's like they always want to ask me like, oh, what do you do to meditate? You know what I'm saying? Or like, or they want to post their meditation videos. You know what I'm saying? But I like that, you know, that part when it said that, because it's like if something's really sacred to you, and if you're really trying to let's say clean yourself up inside and out, you know what I'm saying, then like just like a butterfly, I mean just like a caterpillar, like you really won't be seen, or it shouldn't even be like even, you know, spoken of if it's really your lifestyle, unless you're trying to help somebody, you know, get the understanding, you know. So
and also the conversation with yourself, the ego, can happen. All right, Brother Mason.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I just can't wait to get to it. Yeah.
Y'all know this.
It's just like, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Know this, right? I wonder how many of y'all have been doing your memory exercises. Can you tell me how many times he mentioned who? How many times he mentioned who? You noticed that, right? Serious about that who?
Yeah.
Cool. So we can continue.
Insecurity and the negative qualities disappear one by one. Through meditation, the binding ego barrier is broken and transcended. Instead, there is a feeling of love and kindship with all life and things and beings. There is a profound affirmation of life in all its totality. There is a pervading sense of harmony and peace, of unity and rapport. Fifth, the submission of the eternal soul within takes the meditator far beyond the confines of mere mind and intellect, reason and logic into the main step of the soul. Thus, mortals' living link with inner and external plenitude is reestablished. Mortals become a living instrument of the divine power and the grace of the omnipotent. Sixth, meditation restores the balance of rest and movement, a contemplation and action, solitude and togetherness, in the personality. In this way, the organism is revitalized. Mortals discover this within the eternal vibrancy of life. Finally, through meditation, the truth, proclaimed by the seers and saviors, are rediscovered in a most authentic manner by the meditator. The first-hand and direct experience for truths gives us supreme certainty. It removes uncertainty by making the mind serene and calm. Meditation tends to solve the day-to-day problems of life, bringing into life a vast wealth of spiritual insight. The final ultimate gift of meditation is the gradual transformation of the meditator into a new and uplifted being. In describing the benefits of uplifted being, and describing the benefits of meditation, I do not want to create an impression that the benefits do come easily and quickly like a miracle. There is no doubt that the benefits do surely come. However, they do not come with fanfare, but gently like steady and sure experience. They come gradually. Yet, from the very beginning, the Nubian-Nuwaubian knows that she and or he is on the right path. The initial feeling of well-being inspires him or her to reach eventually the very summit of meditation, which is nothing less than the realization of who. Let me sum up the basic steps of successful meditation as outlined by the ancient masters. 9-step to meditation. 1. Purification of the body. 2. the physical cleanliness. 3. Clean and wholesome surroundings. 4. Fresh air and sunlight. 5. Wholesome food and good habits. 6. A balance of physical exercise and rest. 7. The purification of the mind. 8. Good thoughts. 9. The practice of moderation and virtues. The practice of moderation and virtues. All of these make for good meditation. The Nubian-Nuwaubian exercise. The simple system of Nubian exercises is a great physical and mental value to all Nubian-Nuwaubian cosmosians. The Nubian-Nuwaubian exercises make the body flexible, supple, and vigorous, and make the mind quiet, relaxed, and capable to concentration. The correct breathing. The correct breathing is very important in purifying the body and mind. Simple practice of deep breathing for a few moments daily may bring a wonderful state of health and peaceful mind. The practice of mind withdrawal. From time to time, withdraw the mind just for a few moments from outside things to the inner you. Sit quietly and go within. Make the mind turn inward and forget all outward things and distractions. This is a great help. The practice of holding the mind on the object of concentration. I have described this method in detail. Finally, the practice of concentration and the practice of meditation. The steps which I have just mentioned are called by Nubians-Nuwaubians the Eightfold Path of the Cosmos. The following will greatly help you in relaxing the body and mind. Take a shower or bath in the morning and in the evening. From long ago, water has been looked upon as the giver of cleanliness, vitality, and relaxation. I also recommend swimming. From time to time, lay flat on your back on the floor. Do not use a pillow. Try to relax from head to toe. Imagine that you are floating on a cloud. Let go of everything, and the tension will slowly go away. Stay in that posture for a few moments. This is called dead posture. The cosmosan feels like a new person if you practice this posture every day. I recommend at least 30 minutes of exercise, running, rhythmic walking, swimming, Nubian-Nuwaubian exercises, and any kind of healthy sport. Cultivation of delightful hobby which requires the work of your hands is recommended. Cultivation of inner quietude, silence, and solitude is recommended also. You should be silent in solitude at least for one period daily. Cultivation of nature in the outdoors, gardening, walking on the grass, the total involvement in nature and its works. Now, let me answer some of the questions that are commonly asked by people who are sincerely interested in meditation. Question: is meditation prayer? Is meditation deep and sustained thinking? Answer: meditation is not prayer. Prayer is either petition or an expression of gratitude and thankfulness. Meditation is neither. You pray to who? We meditate through concentration upon ideas and objects as described in my talk. Eventually, meditation is a communion with your soul, and through this communion with your soul, you finally attain communion with who. So also, prayer ultimately is a communion of soul with who in the deepest sense. In this sense alone, prayer is meditation and meditation is prayer. I have talked before about the methods of meditation and concentration. I will mention briefly here that deep and sustained thinking is not meditation. However, deep and sustained thinking leads to meditation where the thinking is transcended. Is there any danger in meditation? As a rule, there is no danger at all in meditation. Question: what about group meditation? Should we start group meditation immediately? Answer: group meditation is good only where there is harmony among the people in a particular group. When each person is in a group, they are attuned to others. For the beginners, I advise individual meditation practices and fasting. Question: what about family meditation? Can children participate too? Answer: family meditation is wonderful, especially when both husband and wife join in family meditation. However, both must willingly and joyfully participate in meditation. I recommend meditation for children who are at least 12 years old. Of course, in special cases, the age may be lower. Children at the very beginning may be taught to sit quietly for a few moments daily. Then they may be asked to think about a beautiful flower. In other words, they may be led to meditation through easy and effective and simple methods, which are pleasant to the young, knowing the shortness of their attention span. Question: should we have a special place or shrine at home for meditation? Answer: if a particular spot is maintained for meditation, that is ideal. It is not essential but desirable to have a little shrine for meditation at home. It creates a special environment for meditation. If this is not possible, then one can hold meditation in the living room or bedroom or den. But it is preferable for all cosmosians to have a shrine for meditation. Question: during the period of meditation, how do we keep time? Answer: I suggest that if you are not used to time factors, that you may use an alarm clock for this purpose. But as you go on with your meditation, you'll be able to understand the time factor very easily. I sincerely hope that in this little talk, I have covered all major aspects of meditation and provided for you a guideline. This is a saying by Melchizedek. Good meditation to you, beloved Nuwaubian. Patience, Nuwaubian. Sayings by the hand of Melchizedek, the spiritual guide. Birth is the first step into the school of life. Liken yourself to the lotus lily pad in the river and let the tide of divine love carry you through this life. If you give me anything, let it be your love. And if you take from me, let it be mine. My mind, body, and affairs are molded according to the divine pattern within love. He is love, and love is He. He loves you, so you are in love. Until the next time, Cosmosians, by the hand of Melchizedek.
All right, y'all, we reached the end of it. End of the scroll at the right time, too. Wow, it's on point. Anybody want to say anything before we, end the class, end this transmission?
Go ahead.
So I have to showing up. Y'all notice he's saying who, right? Who else out there? What organization? The Sabine ain't saying who. Anybody else ain't talking about who. The breath of life itself. The body is. All right. Any questions, comments, and concerns? So we're gonna.
Yeah. I just appreciate this reading right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel everything is in divine time. So my question was, what is meditation? But today it was answered. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember last class, I think Mason asked a question to you too as well. Like, how do you meditate? You see what I'm saying? And like when he asked that question, I think he was asking for most of us, because most of us think we're meditating, but we're not. So I think like this right here gives us that it gives us all that how do you say it, the guideline, you know what I'm saying? So no more questions now. Now it's just time to really, you know, be that soldier and do. You see what I'm saying? So
right, be about it. That's right. That's right. If you're serious, if y'all serious about it, be about it. If you want any type of power outside, you know, any other power like your extrasensory perception, you gotta have the power of your will. You gotta control that. And see a means to an end. Get to it. No excuses. No excuses. Right? Four.
It's interesting that this is scroll you picked.
Pretty sure. Everybody was trying to meditate this week, right?
Yeah, earlier today. And then you came out with this. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
So let's end this with the all affirmation. Remember the affirmation too, he mentioned it. So
Abdul Kubazo and Tafatate. Wadana Bank, Mahu, Hadis, Aisha, Inokolu. Anuki Fiena Aishu Shukolu, Wakul Aishukaluni. Na Atakuna Fikalu. Anuki Feragun Shukalu. Wakalukalu Feragun Shuni. Anuki Wahid Kakalu. Wakalukalu Wahid Mani. Nuk Aikilu, NGU. Kama Feragun Shukalu, Wahub Kama Feidu. Nuk Aikilu, Ahwenu, Kudik, Nuka Fizi Fikalu. Kama Atawu Kamaka Fazi Kaluni, Amidu Fikalu. Anuki Kaba Hawa Hood. Kalu Kalu Nanuki. Kalu Yaku, Nuk Aikilu. Kalu Bamu, Nuk Atmilu. Begin all prayers, thinkings, and deeds with who? Divine love and all. I am in the love of all, and all love is me. We are all in all. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. I could succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is I am. All can I can. All does I do.
four. Kaun Fing.
Kaun Fing. Spirit shot. What's right?
All right, move on in the fiddle shot. How we?